Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to another Here's the Thing. It's your boy Mashuu, and I hope you guys are doing well wherever you guys are. You know, it could be morning, afternoon, or evening, and the like. So it's pretty chill so far from my end, and I know it's pretty quite late for some of you guys who are here. But in regards to what's happening today, it's a little bit more on the RTA focus side and PvP focus side. So please stay tuned if you are into that stuff. And I know what you guys are mostly here for, okay? And it's the 3 leaves and 300k gold that comes with the password to the box, which you can get now. I have activated. So you guys are able to use the code !code in the chat, and then from there you guys are going to input that into the box that is given to you guys in your mail, and it is E7WC begin. So there's going to be a lot more information this time around in regards to the E7WC, so stay tuned if you are into that. And we'll also be going over some balance patch stuff, but hope everyone is doing okay for the most part. I see people, especially in the YouTube chat, spamming that code like crazy. I'll go ahead and pin that to the top as well for you guys, so no worries on that. And if you guys tend to forget or don't end up saying the code, as for you guys on Twitch, you know, E7WC will always be there. Well, please excuse me. I look kind of scuffed and I'm pretty tired, but we chugging along out here, all right, guys. And now, so I'll be going into what will be happening today, and here it is. So we have the World Arena schedule. Most of you guys know already that it's been slated to end. And with that, though, we have the E7WC preliminaries to talk about. And not just that, we have a World Arena global ban being added. So you guys will be able to see what that entails coming up as well. You guys probably already have seen the new Maid Chloe skin that was out already on that, so I'll be showcasing that as well. And moving on along, we're going to be covering the June balance adjustments and what the changes will be exactly, because there's going to be quite a bit of changes and it might shake up the meta quite a bit. So hopefully you guys are ready for that. All right? Now moving on, you guys saw the World Arena resolution season is now ending around 6:18 at 2:59 UTC, which means you guys have up till this point to push till Masters to be able to get the World Arena skin, guys. So if you guys are waiting to push and you guys are wanting to push, you guys have pretty much around like 10 or so days. I know I need to push just a bit so I can get into that Masters position, maybe a little more, depending on how far I want to go, and depending on how that frame, you know. I know you guys already seen the frame. I personally dig the colors that are on it. It's a little different compared to what we're usually seeing, right? So it's pretty interesting. And don't worry on that. And moving on along, as I talked about previously, the E7WC preliminaries. For the guys who are or have participated in this before, there's going to be a new mode based off this, okay, guys? So it's a little bit different compared to how it was made last year, for how we chose all the contestants. And you guys do know that we are improving the prize pool compared to last year as well. So for those of you guys who feel like you're up to snuff, or for those guys who are just interested because they're ready to watch some more high-end gameplay for some RTA matches, will be interested in when they come. And with this, so the E7WC preliminaries, the results of this event battle will be used for the 2022 E7WC candidate recruitment. So all of this will be pretty much slated for you guys to be into the E7WC or be able to get into that. A separate ranking system from the current existing World Arena ranking will be applied, okay, guys? So it's not like every match that you've been doing. It's a little bit different. You guys will have to go into this new E7WC mode to be able to go into it. Excuse me. And then from there, so if you guys are wondering how the matches will be played out, they'll be played out in round mode. So you'll be queuing into a round mode format with the best of 3 accumulated ban system to follow it. The preseason for this will be coming out pretty much after maintenance later today for some of you guys, or tomorrow for the people in NA at least. And from there, it'll be all the way slated through 6:16 on Thursday, 2:59 UTC as well. And then preliminaries will start on top of that, okay, guys? So preliminaries being from 6:18 Saturday at 3, pretty much when preseason ends, all the way up until July 9th, okay? Now, this is pretty important for those guys who are trying to get in or just at least want to see where you guys are at compared to other E7WC participants. You guys will be able to see from here. And then from this, we will be talking about the World Arena Global Band being added. So the Global Band heroes are going to come up in a list similar to this. These won't be the global heroes that are currently on, obviously. Ravi and Sigurd Scythe being there, but pretty much these are stand-ins and will go along this side of format. So if a new hero or character will be released, such and such, they won't be available, yada yada yada. You guys get the gist of it. So heroes and artifacts released during the end of the World Arena season will not be available until the World Arena season ends. To keep a little more integrity on that. Okay, guys? So this does not apply to any other content, only rank battle and the E7WC preliminaries, meaning that if you guys want to test out other units in your regular modes for like let's say you guys open an open lobby, then you guys can still use whatever banned heroes that there currently are, and we're not going to bar you from that. But this is for rank mode only, meaning that anytime you queue into something, you'll be under these restrictions. Okay, guys? Now, moving on along, we have the energetic Maid Chloe skin coming out. Some of you guys may already watch the video. For those of you guys who haven't, here you go.
Your queen has arrived with a special treat! I hope you're ready, everybody, because your queen's about to sing! 여러분 안녕! 나는 바로 여왕이 되려는 인기쟁이 메이드 클로에야. 반가워. 안녕하세요. 메이드 클로에를 연기하는 성우 이율입니다. 굉장히 귀엽고도 사랑스러운 캐릭터로 열심히 맛있는 디저트를 여러분들에게 만들어 드렸는데요. 이제 여러분 클로에가 아이돌로 변했습니다. 이번에는 좀 더 대사에 팬들을 대하는 그런 클로에의 모습을 보실 수 있을 것 같습니다. 월드 아레나에서 마스터 티어 이상을 하셔야 우리 아이돌 버전의 클로에를 만날 수 있습니다. 여러분들 파이팅! 꼭 열심히 플레이하셔서 우리 클로에를 꼭 쟁취해 주시기 바랍니다. 우리 클로에를 사랑하지 않는 녀석들은 알지? 저 형이야! 메이드 클로에 많이 많이 사랑해주세요. Let me hear you cheer for me!
And there you guys have it. That was the energetic Maid Chloe skin. Now, please note, I do know you guys are wondering because it is the English skin. The English VA is separate from the one that appeared in the video. That is the Korean voice actor in this case. So please don't get them mixed up if you guys are. They're separate. Okay, guys? Don't worry on that end though. But you're able to get this energetic Maid Chloe skin just for being able to obtain Master or higher in World Arena. And now that means if you guys are queuing up, like I said, you guys have around 10 days to complete this. It's not that hard for the guys that like though for those of you guys who have been playing already for quite a bit, it might be a little on the harder side for the newer players, but I still believe in you guys. It's not too bad. There will be a lot more people pushing though because it is end of season, so be careful for the people that are coming. And now moving on along from this, we will be talking about the June balance adjustments. You guys already know which heroes are being changed up here. We have DJB, Mashuu, Valencia, Wander, Silk, Momo, pretty much a Momo and a Ras as well, and the like. Alongside them they will be a balance for 3 of the artifacts on top of that: Time Matter, Snow Crystal, and Eternus. Okay, guys? So, what are DJB's changes? You guys might be wondering if you guys already haven't seen a bunch of these. I'll just be going them pretty quick. Pretty much skill 1 for DJB is just going to recover a little more on Soul Burn. And the amount recovered will be changed through health and caster's attack, and this effect is for all allies compared to prior, which used to be 1. But now moving on along, so I feel like the most pretty much changed thing about DJB, it is the S2. So this S2 is now inactive on a 4-turn cooldown, and it's going to inflict barrier inversion. So it's a new kind of change to a unit in which it just inversely affects the people who are wearing barrier, unaffected by FRES. So it's similar to what is it? There's like other things that are unaffected by FRES. It's like instant instead. But on top of this, the increased effective chance, you guys see all the changes that are happening through here and the like. But yeah, moving on along from this though, we have his skill 3. So the immunity goes down, so he can't have that constant immunity. But it's just a pretty much a tone down, so you don't have to wait too long on the immunity change for this, and you're able to have this skill on a faster turn cooldown. And the like, I feel like most people are pretty much talking about DJB for his new skill 2, however. And going from this, we're going to be talking about haste. Go! So the skill 1 Envoy Scythe has changed. Attacks the enemy with an enormous scythe with a 75% chance to steal 1 buff. So a little bit different compared to how he used to work. Instead, it'll be talking about grabbing and stealing 1 buff from there. And then he also has the Vampiric Seal, which now dispels 2 buffs for 100% chance to inflict 2 bleeding effects. A critical hit has an 85% chance to decrease defense when there are 3 or fewer enemies. Damage dealt increases with fewer enemies. So if you guys were wondering, people were always saying like, hey, this is similar to like Rand's skill. It is similar to that. And the like, and it can't trigger a counterattack though. So while Rand has extra speed on this, Haste has the form where he just can't trigger a counterattack, which is always nice to have. A little bit different compared to other players. But yeah, guys, so Haste looking pretty interesting to use moving forward. Now we have Shu. So Shu's changes actually are pretty interesting. So she's received like a lot of buffs recently, and now I feel like this one might push her over the edge in terms of World Arena use. So skill 1 Chop, Soul Burn effect changed to skill 2 to skill 1, and this time it grants an extra turn. And Foosh, before it used to be like that passive active, attacks the enemy and absorbs some health as damage, but now it penetrates the enemy's defense by 70%, which is quite big, and that's why they toned down the damage dealt on this portion, because now it does pen more, so it's probably in even amounts of effect on that end. And she got the added effect of on her skill 3 when the skill is unavailable, so when it's on cooldown after an ally attack except for the caster's attack, has a 20% chance to counterattack. So on that note, so Shu's counterattack now could use her skill 1, and I believe it is able to proc Boosh on top of that. I'm sorry for my miswording, guys. It is a little late, like I said, and how these always are. But make sure to stay hydrated. Alright, guys, it's the biggest thing. Moving on from Shu, though, we do have Valencia. So the damage dealt has been decreased from her skill 1, barring the fact because she now is able to get Mind's Eye 100% of the time at the start of her turn. So it's a little bit of damage decrease for more consistency on that first turn proc for Mind's Eye. So after using Eradicate, which is a skill 1, when the caster is granted Mind's Eye, then it activates Trample, which now strikes the enemy, and it inflicts injuries now. So damage dealt is dealt in according to the caster's max health. And yeah, you guys know, the more health, the more damage and injury output, only up to 10% every time the skill is being used. So just another way to add injury when you're being more of that bruiser type. So hopefully more of this to be going against them. It helps fighting against other players who do use max health units, so similar to like Bellion and how Aravi is being used. But yeah. And now moving along from this, so Genesis now increases the combat readiness of the caster by 50%. So it's quite a bit pretty much after using S3, which is like her strip and her defense buff for the whole team, she's able to get pushed up on top of that, so she could hopefully take another turn prior or cut into in-betweens for anyone that was going before her, and able just to eradicate her into trample and the like. So the exclusive equipment did change now. So option 1 now is changed to recovering the caster's health. Amounts recovered increases proportionate to the caster's max health, similar to like how Ravi works already. Sorry for sneezing. But yeah. And moving along from this, so Wanderers still get quite a bit of changes, I feel. Skill 1 basic shot has a 50% chance now to cause target for 2 turns, compared to bleeding how it used to have. And the damage dealt is now increased proportional to the caster's speed is now removed. Alright guys, so from that, we're just upping the damage in general sense, making it more consistent, rather people having like multitude difference between the speed like multiplier on that. So skill 2 now is changed now to fire arrows to dispel 1 buff, which is pretty nice to have. And when the caster has a buff, triggers a dual attack from the ally with the highest attack. Pretty nice on this end, just being able to force a dual attack from your unit side. This time coming from your DPS from that end. As more of like a supporty style compared to how she used to be. So pretty interesting stuff and changes on this. Now, skill 3 also will make them decrease attack and grants a barrier. So making it so that way she's able to use this and hopefully get another turn where she's able to use the skill 2 on top of this. And now this one, yeah, it was removed again, similar to her skill 1. And now it's just increased damage overall. And now the skill 3 though, can ignore F-res when you soul burn it, which is pretty nice to have. As you're able to just decrease everyone else's attack on top of this, right? Moving along from this though, the option 1 is changed to increase the target effective base shoot by 15%, but the biggest change is this imprint. It is now a speed imprint. We haven't had a change of speed imprint in quite some time, especially a 4-star speed imprint, so it's going to be pretty interesting to have or see her in when you're trying to race other people. And I do want to see how she'll be used moving forward from here, guys. Pretty interesting stuff for Wanderer Silk. I know a bunch of people were wondering in regards to the changes, but please let us know. Obviously, we always will be taking notes as per usual. You guys can let us know from the Discord and the like. Keeping an eye out on everything. You guys have seen changes that we've already done. But don't worry about sending us stuff. We always look over everything. And now Momo skill, sleep sorcery. If it didn't sleep me and I hated it already, now it's 50% chance to put to sleep. And yes, that is now increased. So it's a 50-50 chance on this end. And obviously it's going to change for a Momo as well. But now skill 3 is changing in the fact that it dispels 2 buffs first and then recovers and grants immunity. So a little bit of word changing on this rather than prior how it was. And this rune change, you guys can go over this, but I'll be moving pretty much quickly over this as we'll be moving on along. Ras now has increased healing on his skill 3. Cool, it's the same change, I mean, for a Ras as well. But the biggest changes would be to his different runes, in which he has a 100% chance now to grant immunity to the caster and the ally with the highest attack except for the caster for 2 turns when using command strike. So now also the Solitude rune. After an ally in the back row suffers a single attack, the damage is 30. When the damage is suffered is 30% more, grants a barrier. So a little more mitigation on his end, being able to provide that tank role, similar to how like other knights have been recently. So pretty interesting to see. Hopefully more ability for use on his end. And last but not least, we'll be going over the artifact changes. So Time Matter now being increased damage all the way up to 12% at max when attacking. Has a chance to reduce skill cooldown by 1 turn. Reduces skill cooldown by 1 turn when an enemy skill. No chance on there. My bad. By an attack and increases the damage of the next attack by an additional 24%. can only be activated once per skill. A little bit different on this end. And Snow Crystal doesn't grant F-Res anymore, but instead grants crit hit resistance, which works well into Shu's crit hit resistance as well. That'll be additive probably, and in this case probably end up being 70%, so hopefully you guys don't mold on that much. Alright guys, moving on to last but not least on Eternus, it increases the combat readiness of the caster by 14% when an ally that has a debuff at the end of the turn, at the end of the enemy's turn. And it only can be activated once per turn. But yeah, so pretty much if an ally has a debuff, it'll boost this up for whoever's equipped it. So pretty interesting changes overall. Hopefully shake up some sort of thing, but let us know how you guys feel about it once the changes are live too. We'll be putting out a bunch of stuff and probably listen to you guys and see like how honestly how all the changes will be. Moving on along though, we'll be going over the drop rates that'll be happening moving forward into these 2 weeks. So the first one being Ravi with Sigurd's Sight. So Sigurd's Sight, guys, I can't stress how good Sigurd's Sight is, and honestly pretty nice for me. I need a couple copies. I want to max out probably 1 or 2 of these when it comes out. We'll see how much I end up using on that, and hopefully not too many summons. Please, my powder is already depleted and I don't have that many Sky Stones because I farm quite a bit. And yes, guys, I do see chat, so don't worry on that end. And also coming next week is Chloe with a Little Queen's huge crown. Just regular Chloe in this case, your regular Ice Chloe. Yeah. And last but not least, if you guys are wondering, for the Mystic Summon rotation this time around, as this time is ending, it is Dark Corvus, Last Rider Crow, and Top Model Luluka. TML is pretty fun. I like using her. LRK doesn't see as much play anymore, and Dark Corvus around the same. So, but if you guys do like them, you guys are able to pull for them. So good luck for you guys who are pulling for them. And yeah. But guys, that has been it for me. If you guys haven't already, make sure to use that exclamation point code. Get your code, put that into the mailbox, and get ready for when the patch comes out. But like I said, it has been the E7WC things, guys. So please be prepared for that for those guys who are trying to answer. Or, I mean, if you guys are trying to watch in general, I bet a bunch of the streamers or content creators on that end will be streaming and putting up them videos for E7WC participation. Good luck for everyone out there. Speaking of which, also on our content creator side, we do have the creator battle this week. It is the semis and finals, so it is ending this week. Make sure to tune into that. It is Friday at 8 p.m. PST for that form. And we are also giving away a bunch of stuff for those guys who are on YouTube. Already know that the drops have been happening every weekend, that the creator battle has been live. So make sure to always tune into that. And if you guys are on the Twitch or have your drops enabled for that, then you're still able to have the prediction events that are going on there as well. And yeah, we just have a bunch of events to give away stuff for the creator battle. So make sure to tune out to that. But I think that's it. We will be having our regular stream on Thursday as well at 4 p.m. PST. So tune into that. Catch me and Luca doing some random stuff. I don't remember what we're doing, but we're doing some stuff either way. And that is it for me, honestly. Thank you guys for watching, man. I always appreciate you guys coming out here. I know it's late for some of you guys, early for some of you guys, and some of you guys wake up nonetheless for this. So thank you again. I appreciate it. Make sure you get those codes out. Get your 3 and 300k gold. And I'll see you guys next time. It's your boy Mashuu signing out. Peace.